I'm here with John Zaleski to hear more about his book on medical devices. John, thank you for being here with me today.
Thank you.
So John, you have a new book on medical devices. Could you tell us a little bit about
Sure. So the book contains an overview of what medical device integration is, what is normally involved, how to build a team from the hospital perspective, what things to look out for, how to test it, how to validate it, all the gotchas that are typically occur when a new implementation takes place.
So John, one of the things we've heard at HIMSS15 a lot is about standards, and where would you say we are with standards for medical devices?
Most everyone in IT, healthcare IT, is familiar with the HL7 or Health Level 7 standard. And in recent years, integrating the health enterprise has been focused on a common form of those standards, the HL7 standards, called the PCD, or Patient Care Device Technical Framework. So the acronym IHE-PCD, which has, I think, quite successfully developed a set of transactions which are HL7 based for generalized medical device communication. But what needs to be communicated along with that is that many medical devices, it's getting better, but many medical devices to date do not communicate using HL7, particularly those in very high acuity settings like operating rooms and ICUs, oftentimes require an intermediary to translate from their rather proprietary communication mechanisms, which are oftentimes vendor specific, so medical device manufacturer specific, into that common HL7 flavor or of messaging. Some manufacturers now are actually building equipment that do conform with the HL7 and some of the IHE transactions as well. But far too many yet do not. And so it becomes rather a difficult problem of doing that integration, particularly for those serially port-dependent devices, like many anesthesia machines, many mechanical ventilators, where one manufacturer will develop to a specific set of their own standards or their own specs, and they oftentimes will have their own specific settings or modes, and they will not easily map to those of another vendor. So it becomes very much like the Tower of Babel, and in the fact that you require a Rosetta Stone or a Rosetta terminology to map between the two, where you have one that communicates A, the other communicates B, but where you need to integrate them into a health system that uses multiple of these devices, then you need to have a way to understand the mapping and the interpretation between the two. That aspect of things can become very difficult. It can become time-consuming, and it's very important because clinically this matters. You're caring for patients, and if you interpret something incorrectly, that can ultimately affect patient care and patient safety.
John, thanks for sharing with us about your book. We appreciate it.